Good morning, everybody.
Sounds nice.
This was special cheers.
Anyway, we're now over here at Hunters of Justice, and looks like Trouble's paying this story a visit too.
I mean, it is an alter, it's a interdimensional being, so
Yep.
I mean, here wouldn't be trouble for her.
Yeah, besides that, when has Trouble ever left the story? It's if there is any moments like that, it's pretty rare.
I mean, there is definitely trouble for me remembering where we left off.
Right, because when was the last recording? Did you ever look it up?
I didn't really need it was a long time ago. I can actually check. Was
I think it was somewhere back in May.
yeah, it was at the end of May. Let me confirm this so I can actually see the chat. Let me see. We are live. Yeah, I can see the chat.
Well, reading ahead just a little bit reminded me of a few things. There were some of the group was exploring some gang here, uh, with Black Mask and Two-Face.
Yeah. And Pierre,
Really, reading in the paragraph you have highlighted that Jean and Pierre was invited also somewhere. I saw Jason.
yeah, he seems to get overacted somehow. I don't remember that much. What that is done, so we can't do anything about it. So for this team, there's Cassandra, Kira, and Jean.
I would like to mention, at least if you peek
And
over
Jason.
at Discord, maybe on your computer screen too, some of the letters are off the screen on both sides.
Oh my god, they changed it? They might have changed the size. Oh, they updated the forum. Somehow it's different now. Hey, let me fix that. Thank you for telling me.
You're welcome. You know, that comment was, it only applied to some of the text too.
Let me find where is the... Oh no.
Was that just to give the window a little bit of a tint?
Yeah?
Okay. Also, apparently a border too.
Okay, well now everything is remote. I'm a little bit smaller, but that's fine.
Yep, it's all fixed.
I'm sorry for the problems, everyone. I can't think of anything that when they change something. I am doing now. and just showing up, seeing a white blur behind me. You know me? That's just us, because we'll never finish. Because of the king, you have to do seal, mirrors, and us. All is happening momentarily inside it.
Wait, hold on. You suddenly got muted. You're still muted.
That's
Yeah, I'm hearing now.
is this working? Okay. For some reason my microphone unplugged itself. Don't let me know.
The
If
last
it's
word I
started,
heard was was intersection.
it's fine. It's the first sentence. We get it short. So the king captured the CMS Atlas, always having more time inside an intersection. Think of her overly making clothes, and reveal her metals underneath. Like many of your attempts on all the buildings, it was amazing. It was amazing. And my must need to upgrade to more efficient systems. He actually wouldn't be able to do this. But luckily for her, even though like Roman Sionis weren't all that interested in making their money laundering hubs energy efficient. Especially when he owns a company that maintain them. Instead of going further into the building, however, he was heading towards a small rooftop he knew was close by. Sandra had considered simply sneaking in at this, but it carried a risk that she couldn't take. Here's a rooftop without issue. Taking off the gate outside and calling out in the night air, pulling the gate behind her, and got looked around the same way. As she suspected, scattered along various small space and lookouts, were men wielding sniper rifles outfitted with laser sight and night vision scopes. They were scanning the surroundings for any signs of activity, namely their own. Carrying back masks and two faces warned them sneaking in from above, and they tended to do. It sounds like they are only taking for their own activity, not Redgirl's activity, but their own activity. What am I doing? So when he didn't expect them to sneak in through the front door, and all being inside, which left her enough of an opening for my girl to scale the exterior towards the window, which he had opened. Grabbed two and closed behind her. As silently as she could, I got up to the building, her Carl scanning from any biological or electronic signatures. There were a few isolated guards on the floor, but she avoided those. If push comes to shove, he had confidence in your ability to fend them off. But you, doing so ran the risk of the infestation being discovered. And with so many criminals surrounding them from all sides, that was a dangerous proposition. Just one missed status update would turn the whole thing badly off. Gee, Those guys smell. Hear the voice coming from below. As she neared the upper balcony, he paused and walked over the balcony's edge, looking down upon a group of criminals, waiting the bodies towards the large shipping container. The container itself was covered in rust and mud. He said about holes scattered around it. His chains were wrapped around the front, seeing his heart, but for what purpose Baker did not know. I almost thought that these were just game bodies, but they don't stay alive. They don't stay in one place. When they die, they dissipate into dust. So it must be humans. You are used to it. I saying as in near the container. Everyone caps themselves when they kid. Yet our love was waiting for them, and upon their arrival, all the chase and the family. The regular horror, he saw my mother lying inside, but fresh and wearing the same uniform. Must be more of my best man, and girl told to herself, but he main focus on the ones still alive. They were nervous, not that the bodies numbed on their feet, but something else. Something that was inside the shipping container. Oh, then there is the game. They are feeding dead bodies to the game. My grandpa saw lives. They switched her optics to thermal imaging to try to discern what has frightened them so. No surprise, among the cold pile of bodies, he saw a large corpse chained up to the far end of the container. It wasn't moving, but something about the thermal signature seemed off. Yeah, because it's not a corpse. God, let's see you give me the case. Well, the man admitted, and the case was closed. Where is he even find it? Somewhere else he saw the scam, another iceberg. Two of work bringing it in. Some master too. The man continued to speak, shifting towards other topics, but the girl's attention remained focused on the container for a few seconds more. He frowned and turned away and went back inside the steering wheel. And now, he had to focus on uncovering evidence and figured he would take it out later. I continued to the master of the old steering wheel, passing by various pieces of copper and propaganda. They get old at this point. Maxwell Roman's friends owned the steering wheel outside their primary venture of generous cosmetics. They might have been genuine. Who knows? Of course, they were some of the most self-absorbed people Bruce had ever met, obsessed with keeping up appearances. They only kept the same man to assure it stayed in the family name. Cameron himself didn't have much use for it outside of the online and small ticker of legitimate income in generations. Probably why he never bothered killing them. I mean, it is still income.
That's better than outgo, right?
Yeah, you need income to make him article. Or if you want to be properly introducing the name word outward. When Michael heard the voices coming towards her, she pulled herself to the ceiling and backed herself into a shadow. A moment later, a pair of guards passed her through the hallway, indicating between them. And the shadow just said, "Man, I love Latinos." It's not a shadow, just a shadow. The competition was banal, but Michael was more interested in watching how their mother spoke. Assumed they were a picture of calm, telling her that her parents was a nice person. Trying to keep in that way, when the girl started to corner, he jumped down and continued moving. Her objective was nearby, and soon he came across the front door of the Roman's personal office. And at the rest of the same minute, this room was immaculate condition. It looked nice, even, and he was mature enough to admit that.
You must have this level of maturity in order to admire it.
I mean, it just scared me. What do you expect? We sat inside, confirmed there was no one waiting for her. And so my girl picked in the look and went inside. He went to work immediately, slightly opening a window in case she needed to escape, and began opening 5 cabinets and drawers to search for any files. Most of what she found was financial transactions, including the buying and selling backpacks illegitimate. Wow, that's hard one. Illegitimate goods. I mean, it's not hard, but it's hard for me to say.
You could read it perfectly in your mind, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
just saying it out loud is hard for me.
Understood.
They were named properly, but it was hard to understand what sugar and flour and salt actually meant. Yeah, they are all white substances.
You know, you probably can and have encountered some words with weird spelling that even in your mind you don't know how to pronounce.
Yeah. You bought $5,000 of sugar. Right? Using her account, she said that
They got sugar and spice, so they just need everything nice.
no, they need the extra chemical as well.
That would be the extra ingredient to the concoction.
Without that, it's just a nice dinner. Using her account, she scanned and uploaded the documents to Oracle database, knowing they would be useful in potentially bringing one down. When she searched the lost cabinet, however, she found, and there was nothing inside that could tell her as to who could have died in this man with his scarecrow. Why would I leave documents here? He looked at the computer sitting on his elbow desk and moved around to it. Margaret pressed a few keys and found a request for a password. One moment, Margaret said preemptively. But girl, if you get in the top drive, there is one problem with this. No. This is a very known scheme in movies that they enter the thumb drive and they hack into the computer. Yes, but if someone puts a pen drive into my computer, I can check if someone put it in, because there is a log of it. look at everything you put inside the computer, every thing.
Maybe that kind of record could be erased. If anyone could do it, I suspect Oracle could. What you just said is something Oracle should be aware of too. And it
Yeah?
might be that she doesn't even have to do anything about it. She made her programs that would help to hack that part too for her.
Yeah, it does a movie acting, so
I can assume that anything that's basic knowledge is something she would definitely know.
and I imagine not many people are looking into the log files when they turn on the PC. But we are talking about a criminal who has everything on the computer, so if they know what they are doing, they could be checking the log files as often as they can.
Well, hacking aside, computers are useful, including a criminal organization.
Yeah? He didn't ask a question, pulling out a small USB and getting into the computer. More later, the screensaver fills out with a brief image of my symbol that successfully logged on. Oh, how nice of you to have the same screensaver as I have. And
It suddenly cuts to the Matrix screensaver.
logged search for identified files and pulled up several with ease. The server receives a report, but one was available. Suspicious burger opened, and they see a right-hand man dancing. It would be funny if it was a ritual.
This is the kind of stuff you don't usually get in fantasy stories, where you're talking about digital files and all the evidence you might encounter with it too.
Yeah, suspicious burger opened, and the window opened to the end of an intense photos integration. I told you it's a ritual. I'm not gonna ask again. My mask doesn't. As he walked before a man changed the table. The victim was shaking, nearly terrified. My mask was cold, like with fury. Why did you have him? You told me to, the same problem as with your story, right? You had that one time as well when you pressed all many old.
On a technical level, I'm still impressed with the story. But it's not perfect. And we've seen published work, like even from Stephen King, that had small little errors around like that every editor missed. Professional ones too, I suspect.
I mean, this one is harder to find because it is grammatically correct. So even the grammar check wouldn't point it out.
Yep. Well, some of them can if they understand what you meant by that sentence. Like I could replace that with TWO, and I think grammar check would know what we're talking about.
Yeah, you told me 2, and you told me 3, and you told me 4. You told me to. Just gave him a reply. Only for my best to wildly whip him across the face. With his gun multiple times. Lord,
maybe
lie
maybe
to me.
Trouble could have messed with the text there.
It might have been. Each man was emphasized by a pure shout. He was not passing back steps away. You knew I hated Kane, and I could like him. Hell, I can always looking Tommy to his face, but I can tolerate half the time. When the coin toss lands on the right way. For you and your mother to turn around and go behind my back to accept a job with him, I can't even describe how I am right now. Somehow I believe him that he didn't turn them. There is someone who can look like him and sound like him.
Yeah, there are some that could do that. Like Clayface comes to mind. He's at least temporary shapeshifter. Because I kind of believe the criminal too here, the one that's chained here. I suspect he did think that Black Mask ordered this, and since this is a recording of which I think is a candid camera here that Black Mask never expected to get in the hands of the heroes, he's probably telling the truth too. They're both being deceived here.
What if this is a setup by him? This is... Oh, now we are going to record that you have them because I didn't tell them what you saw someone that was like me. And I'm gonna plan this on my computer so they believe it.
I suspect here that Black Mask is perfectly aware that the camera's there. The criminal might not be. The other one, the Shade. But why was it recorded? It may be that in case this guy does confess something that he wanted a record of, the Black Mask was recording it for that purpose, perhaps?
I mean, they record every interaction in the place as well, so they can check for other little movements they do. They might show hints.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, boss. I didn't know, I swear. The man backed. Tears coming out of his face. None of us did. Well then, if that's the case, I must pull up a chair and sit down. It appears that someone impersonated me. Must have been a good for you idiot to believe it. But it's Carlo. Jellyfish? No! He's in Arkham right now. They told you the same thing as you.
Yeah, he guessed it too. The same thing as I was thinking.
Too bad. If it was him, you might have gotten off an idiot. Before the video to continue, but you're kind of I'm not to see anymore. Obviously, you should have right before you got the part where they say everything that you need.
Surprise! It's your birthday party.
Yeah, imagine how it ended anyway. And she was easy to investigate further. Taking a few deep breaths, I could touch her ears, even a few times again, prompting her to speak up. Alright, I think I just what we need for collaboration. According to the command silence had accumulated, I wonder if you wish before getting attack on number of numerous tools. And then some of his more violent monsters were approached by someone impersonating him. Possibly multiple people.
Hold on. I want to establish something here. I don't know exactly what a black mask looks like, but I'm assuming he's actually wearing a black mask, right?
I assume.
That could make it easy for anyone to impersonate him if they can get a replica of that mask and outfit. The last thing left is be the right shape and getting the voice right. Unless it's someone that's new to the gang that doesn't exactly know what Black Mask looks like in detail.
I assume most of them don't know how he looks like.
Yeah.
And these are aiming for the new recruits and the more violent ones who are not known for their mind. Location about the meeting happened are documented as well, along with the approximate time frames. You know, For as much of a failure in business selling small, it's surprising in detail in criminal notes, so it makes my job easier. I got it. Sally asking Oracle if there was anything else she needed. No, I think we are good. If we take this with the evidence of another general, we should be able to point a clear picture. My girl nodded again, handing off and preparing to leave. He looked out of the computer, pulling out the USB onto his storage locator, as someone tried to enter. Oh, you looked it after you entered.
You know, it's almost a good thing for Black Mask that they made this discovery, because that evidence is actually vindicating him
Yeah?
from involvement with Crane. For that specific case, I'll say that. They may have caught evidence on the computer of him being guilty of something else, but not that specific crime.
It's here his gang that are helping them, so...
You could ask yourself this: if he's not involved with Crane, what is he doing instead of that? Whatever that is, it's probably not good.
Yeah, definitely not good. Immediately Maggie left the room to the window. He had left open for the very purpose. Only just had the door open. Damn door. This was a low face. Wait a minute. I don't recall her telling of the computer. The PC is still on.
I think I recall it was on before, so it'd be suspicious to turn it off.
Yeah, and she just logged out.
Yeah, it was logged out before. They had to. They needed a password to log in, and that's what the flash drive. Now, and she did pull a USB. Yes, I got that too.
Yeah.
But did you click eject a USB first?
No, that is not needed anymore. That was complete, as he ultimately office alongside another. His head was hanging over the side of the wall actually, inching herself closer to the shadow. He really likes the shadow. By keeping her ear pinned to the wall, he had a growing film and right hand catching. I wonder who that might be.
Surprise! It's Mickey Mouse.
You should! I can't do Mickey Mouse impersonation at all right now. You should.
Well, rough, gravelly voice. You can imitate that if you can.
No, I can manage speaking at a game because I did get a cold, as I said last time.
Yeah, actually, it sounds harder to imitate. So just in your head, know what it sounds like.
I offer up your many voice of the two-faced program. As she sat down on a chair. Is this your opinion, or was it coin telling you to think? My coin is my opinion. Instead of responding, Harvey then made a flip the coin and remained silent. And I then to be offended, for a millisecond. You see, this is why I like you, Harvey. At least you are honest. And a coin flip. How does the coin make me honest? You are choosing two different scenarios. You are choosing the two scenarios. Not the coin. The coin is choosing between the two that you have chosen.
Lands on the edge or has two heads. Is that a lie? Or if it lands on tails and you claim it's heads, then you're the liar, not the coin.
Yeah, I don't think I have ever seen him not follow the coin or what he says he's going to. It's not a coin. You know that you are honest about what you do. I never heard a name being taught.
I heard of an interesting story, by the way, on a subject related to this. There's like a computer program in several places of the world that just does constant coin flips digitally. It's supposed to produce random numbers, but on the day of 9/11, during the attack, a whole bunch of them in the world was suddenly landing on either heads or tails altogether, indicating probability actually altered on that day to a degree that was unusual.
Hmm. I thought you would say that on that day, all the coin flips landed on the edge. That would have been even more
It
strange.
can happen. You might probably saw videos, or maybe even happened to you before.
It
Actually,
did.
has it? Yeah, okay. It didn't even have to be a flip, right? Could we just drop some coins in your pouch, and some of them just happen to land on the edge?
Yeah. I mean, nowadays I don't really use money.
Okay.
You see those get them. They put a mess. It's coming from me, I know, but that's a deeper. It may actually be something they aren't, and that thing pisses me off more. However, he just as bad as the rest of us. But he looks like a functioning member of some high society. Look at us like he is the only one who knows how the world really works. But we all know how succeeding and Mexico is. Anyone who works with him gets what's coming to them. I'll him the coin again. You think I'm crazy too? You have thought me as such, so why do you want to work together? Because you are only crazy half the time. Right? I recognize when the winds are blowing. And that's completed. Back in the old days, it was just cold. Then you could buy your them. Wasn't that hard? Especially around here. But then the man showed up. That's Superman. Strong, noble, incorruptible. They fought against each other, but then they became friends. Once they appeared, Ghost things started popping up everywhere. One we couldn't fight off. But even then, at first they acted isolated. Separated from one another. Now they are
You
a
know what?
goddamn space station.
It occurred to me when he said costume freaks. It suddenly snapped in my head that he wasn't just referring to the heroes, because there
No.
are costume villains too, and they just started popping in the other workers as well.
Yeah, he even said he doesn't like them. So,
Mm. Yeah.
I mean, I did say that it is a kind of a Batman's fault that Yosemite is so filled with crime. It is the scale has moved a lot. It was either something the crime fully by the best, or the bigger occasional villains are showing up. And that happened. Now they use a random space station filled with thousands of them, faced with powers and abilities working together, and no one can hope to fend off on our own. And you think you and I can fend off the entire Justice League? to Princess, seemingly amused. Hell no! I'm not stupid enough to try that. No, what I'm talking about is keeping the best of you outstairs. You know he doesn't let anyone else into his city, and I aim to make him a choice. I mean, good for you, the best is not on your tail. The best girl is. You are only thinking about Batman. How if he picks like a coin? That's a good thing. That's Roman's apparently offers him. But girl meanwhile frowned. Unperfect or solo villain teams wasn't anything new. There were several of them operating around the world. The most successful of which was so-called Secret Society. They managed to bring President Bull to the Nissan Justice League before eventually being defeated. But outside of them, none of the supervillain team-ups worked as successfully. All under the same way, with the villains serving on each other, able to move past their individual desires. Even if she very much loved the Black Mask or Two-Face, alliance, and any differently, she would let this come to pass. The only question was how. Easy. Manipulate the coin toss. That's all you need to do.
Just on a conceptual level, you can see why that's true. Why the heroes tend to work better than the villains do.
Let's see, where is the next stopping point in anime close by or not? Oh, that is close by. We can do one more. That's
Sure.
if there was none, I would have stopped here. But the thing that most emphasized to the start of the training was how to learn about the fashion by watching how they moved. Fashion body language often taught more about who they were and how they felt than any words could. It was hard for the body to lie. We remind you to get his attention focused on how people reacted around him. Gah! Recommended yet as he saw your pistol on shown. Who was it easier? I saw him across the yard. Ooh! The room around them crawled out. As the jaws of plants passing out, completely aggressive. Is it a group of monkeys? Ah! Ooh! Alright, Philip, you passed. The organizer called out. Sean nodded, then offered tapping the plant up to his feet. Only to have his hand to be rebuffed. You were proud, not walked away. Also, they are taking out an underground fighting tournament or something like that.
This is probably part of the recruitment process to see how capable they are.
Oh yeah. It's a pay attention to him. Seeing that although his own wasn't passing his heart, he was uncomfortable in this environment. Oh yeah, I recall now. They were being recruited to the group.
That's right, except for the back row who slipped away.
Yeah.
She was originally part of the group, though.
They were like, wait, wasn't that girl with you?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
He couldn't blame him. After all, this entire meal was a large fancy mess. They should have been called up years ago, in Yes's opinion. Yeah. You can see that you almost taking mess to play along. Including that must make him sound to be less effective in combat, forcing a simple blows than anyone could do. That part of it easy, as Joel only had to find that he did when he first arrived at Beacon. A humbling fact that Jason could readily see written on Joel's face. Here was another story. Oh yeah, Peter is not really that good of an actor. I'm sorry that didn't hurt more. Peter has taken herself. I sent another man to the ground. Jason missed. Most of the heavy blow she landed on the man, as well as how obviously uncomfortable she was. And the moment the passing noise of people who read Peter like a book. They don't find the story. And she was uncomfortable and playing it out. I probably said it last time as well. But I remember Celestial's acting in the show.
I do.
Let
Still
it
have a hard
feel
time
right
accepting
now.
that. Okay.
He is acting like that.
It's time for a day in Korea.
It was even funnier because this one decided to cut off half of the thing that you said. But it's time for
Okay.
So yeah, you can imagine how bad Pierre is in acting. It happened that most of the cameras around her couldn't see them. Only seeing the bottom of her feet and seeing her dancing. But if they did, he would only hope that they assumed she was only nervous. With all the guards around, he didn't want to think about the possibility of them being found out. Pay attention to me, damn it! The old man shouted angrily, rushing towards him with his face red.
Oh, that paragraph told me something interesting. All of these sparring matches are occurring at the same time. That's not what I thought. I thought Jason had a time to stand back and observe
Yeah, same.
the fights of his other friends unimpeded until I read that paragraph.
I know he already passed, and then this was on passing. Kind of reminds me of Hammer's Arena in Hunter x Hunter. The primary is when everyone is fighting at the same time.
I remember the narrator who recapped an episode for Dragon Ball Z and mentioned that restraint was not Vegeta's specialty. So yeah, if he was here, these guys would just pop and explode because he wouldn't attempt to hold back.
Yeah. Jason, without even looking, threw around the mat and pushed his out into his gut, blowing the air out of his lungs. He pulled it off with a hammer blow to his back, bringing him to the ground and allowing Jason to pin him. Jason pulled back the man's leg, and after a few seconds of touching, he let out. Malone? You fast. Wow, that's a name that you chose for yourself. Jason organized the crowd out. The began to come and walked out of the ring. But was there something on this part of the plan back? Was to blend in and ran because he wanted to. Once he was out, Earth came and picked up his fallen opponent, allowing Jason to turn the attention back towards the group around him. He didn't even offer a hand, because they he knew that they would not accept it.
I don't think that's assured, but the odds are low. And read the next line that actually won their respect.
Hey! One of the men around him spoke up. You fight pretty good. Yeah. It's a moment back, not really paying any much attention. That's cool. You trained? A little bit? Nice! Now we're gonna do myself. I'm gonna do it myself. Feel my punch person, but the match works just fine. And afraid the match works fine.
Oh, that's ironic. Okay.
You can ignore him, but not even sure that doesn't seem to care. He was actually nervous, judging by how he constantly made from foot to foot, as he was talking to someone calm him down. Hey, good question, he said. This is all his line, but made no move to get him off. You haven't noticed anything weird around town, have you? You mean other than the poison gas and other than the ghost hunter criminal organization forming over? No. And I've always been weird, man. I'm two-faced man who will definitely even the thing on them for his own. But the nervous I could simply turn back to face him. Yeah, but I bet you those people have disappeared lately. To wish again, I have applying out. This is Gotham. People disappear all the time. Hell, I found out a few who have in the face. Also, don't ask too many questions because you might be the next. Right? I'm pretty sure that Two-Faced Man already knew about what's happening in the background. They are collecting memories for some reason.
But sure stuff like this happens in prison too, where you saw someone who purely is the tough guy or very effective in a fight, and suddenly someone tries to befriend them for protection because that person's nervous.
Yeah, it's funny how they are keeping an eye on them. Not because of Jason, but because of this new recruit who is constantly asking questions. Not surprising, right?
Yeah, no, it's not surprising, but it is dangerous.
Did all of them happen in one of your parts? I could ask. The reason Two-Faced looked at him strangely. Yeah, you are asking very dangerous questions. Not all of them, but admittedly getting someone at night in park is always a reliable place. Yeah, I feel that, but I knew some guys. Big, strong, tough guys. You know the type? Guys that are scared of anything. A week ago, they went into the park and they didn't come out. Ooh. This is a story you tell around bonfire.
This is actually reminding me of the beginning of the 1989 Bat movie, where two criminals were talking to each other, and one was nervously saying to the other, "I heard the bat got him." Oh, the bat! Come on, give me a break.
Then
There
they look
ain't
back
no
and they
bat.
disappear.
Shut up! Shut up!
Maybe they just ran out on you. I can hear Mog pulling his head out to laugh along with him. Jason meanwhile remained silent. He was on what the criminal was saying him before. He was paying full attention now. Do you know of anyone else? He said. He's unfolded, and the connection divided between the desk before him and the criminal beside him. Yeah, my friend Paulie. He must have gone to the yard. A few of his coworkers were missing in the same park. A few days before my friend disappeared. That's kind of why I'm here, actually. Mm-hmm. This is him, nothing wrong. The picture was hiding in the yard. It was telling him they should look into it. I'm not saying anything.
What if there's signs like that out in real life?
Nah, from yeah. Even the future is purposefully, things like Oricon was already the same game.
I suddenly imagine someone posting a second sign under a stop sign with that.
It's them! So searching for any patterns of disappearance in a modern park over the past few weeks. Next up, the shooting test. That already the shouting. That engaging attention as well as revelation. But a few of me have no problem. Sean might not. Jason saw Sean playing effectively, due to the fact that the boy wasn't much of a shot. Now that he's older about this, he feels that he probably starts having the young boy as a god of his own.
Hold on. Probably going to hurt John's score, but I don't think he's the only one that's going to fail here. I think several other of the recruits are going to be bad enough that John won't really stand out too much for that reason alone.
Yeah, and because of it actually shows that he wasn't really a shot, he's not someone who knows gods too much. It makes him more believable.
I figure someone like Jason would know this, but it would actually be more suspicious to be a perfect marksman here.
Yeah. But Sean is supposed to be just it's a kid who just came out of school and now wants some money. And he's paying it off well.
Yeah, yeah. It's probably going to be like 30% or less will be decent marksmen in this entire group.
Yeah. And he wouldn't charge into the matter with only a sort of shit. Alright now, just a shit. I thought that was only your wanted. The last thing he wanted to do was force a person to take up a weapon he had no intention of using. And it was just a waste of time and energy. So, who? Felipe? You are up. Your appears organized called out. Right now he steals himself. The source provides to a nation northern gun. Don't shoot yourself in the foot now, kid. A fellow recruit motioned and laughed. Outside a few fellows. You're proud, but otherwise let it get to them. The rest was set up loud on makeshift range. Appreciations and yours appear to discuss on more than very clearly of James Gordon. Now, I believe that Sean can hit the target, but not her in the middle. Remember, we are talking about a bad shot versus a bad shot. in other eyes.
I'm just imagining someone so bad they're aiming behind them, firing and just aiming at the totally wrong direction of the target, but actually wondering why aren't I hitting it?
No, it's even better when they hit it somehow. Despite being unable to hear her, they could all three officers outside at sight, but otherwise, they made their songs as they tried. Well, we are
In case
waiting
you,
for them.
forgot that James Gordon is her father.
Yeah. The organizer declared impatiently. She learned the loot to the best and aimed down range. He fired the portion hitting the edge of the target, but outside of the golden outside. He fired again. This everything closer was still tried answering. A few more shots were fired, or the last pilot hitting the upper shoulder. Then the gun came empty. Get him back, the organizer said. Getting someone in your performance.
According to the paragraph, how many shots was in the gun?
I mean, it doesn't say. I'm assuming it's swab.
First shot's right there at the edge of the target. 1. Fired again. 2. This time hitting closer, but not quite entering. Oh, a few more shots. That's where we get blurry.
Yeah. So,
Right.
because it's a normal handgun, I'm assuming 12 shots. Or maybe they just give them 6. It depends on how much they give them. More detailed and pure, however, your performance wasn't expected. Although John wasn't the best man by all of them, you get them a few extra shots. Most of them knew that John never said something himself, that is because even as a target, he didn't want to fire at Jim Gordon. Nice aim! The same shot as before marked, but we can get past the space. Unfortunately for him, by this point, she had already moved closer to him, and the girl face showed that she was not happy at the bad achievement of her partner.
You know, it didn't occur to me that this would also be a psychological test. Let's see if you're willing to fire at a cop.
Yeah?
Or at least an effigy of one.
And where would you aim if you shoot at them? Also. Because they are not telling you to kill him. You just have to hit the target, right?
They're testing accuracy. I'm sure a 4-height shot would have been scored more points. Likely the target's painted with all kinds of numbers around several sections, and the higher the
Maybe.
number, the better. Yeah.
But we don't know that.
Oh, yeah, I guess we don't.
Isa, you are up. The other shouted. Get in. Then actually said Pastor Axler, he her heel between his legs. Faster than anyone could make. And his laughter immediately shifted into feet as he collapsed into his knees. Oh, I am so sorry. We are forced to apologize. The man yelled at her, but the look on Peter's face told him to be quiet. Not that he was in any state to actually formulate a correct sentence, as I me.
You know what? They kind of expected a performance like this, though. If Fluttershy was here, they would really be weirded out.
No, they would be peeved.
Yeah.
Isa, Looking at the corner again, impatiently. That heard over and gave the gun from the man's hand. She said to herself, after a momentary pause, her head shook slightly. Bullets fired, and later on, only a few minutes to reach the target. The girl frowned, then turned her back, but she didn't care. She did, however, frown slightly. Once again, here is one of the best snipers in the series, so it is just a performance.
Could Ruby outsniper? I remember hearing that Pure was extremely good, but as a gun, that's kind of what Ruby specialized in. So I was a little uncertain about the difference between the two on that one.
The difference between the two of that one is Ruby is using a sniper rifle. He is using a normal rifle without a sight, and he can still hit the target.
Move on.
Basically, the only difference is range. Malone is allowed to call out. Without saying a word, he just walked over and gave him the gun. Took aim as he saw it, and he fired his entire magazine. The shots landed 2 on the target's head. And just as quickly as he began, he emptied the gun and handed it back. His room was sound into silence, but he didn't respond as he went back to his previous position. Just as he did, we hit the text across his contacts. Evidence found. Probably looked up a line between Macbeth and Two-Face. But was asking him, outside Joel and Pure. It's a mid-back across. He knew from the assortment of Two-Face rules alongside them. There's also a lack of possibility, but Macbeth's assignment made it suddenly more urgent. They had to figure out a way to solve it. But first, they had to get out. He was about to respond at home, or to see them, only to not see them there. He looked around the room, but to his own alarm, total trace. God damn it! Because just as already announced the next test, which will not happen today.
You're highlighting on that line. Interesting.
Yeah, that is a long scene. Coming up.
Actually, I saw a bunch of scene breaks.
Yeah, it's fine. We are coming here.
Sure.
And in a way, we are gonna come back in 4 days. With,
Now, the entire length of the chapter remaining is pretty hefty, but I did, as I said, I did see several scene breaks in there, like this one.
I mean, we are already here for more than an hour, so
Sure.
telling call isn't typing either. You probably heard me telling at some of the times. Right now. Right now.
Well, that's fine. And in fact, I thank you for the reading.
So yeah, next week. Yeah, it's gonna be next week because it's gonna be Monday for me. For you, it's gonna be Sunday even because you this one. But in 4 days, we are continuing on materials in the TARDIS.
Is it Sunday for me?
For this one. But for the other one, for Adventures, it's 4 days. Which should be Friday for you.
Well, it's 12:13 right now, so it's a new day at this moment. So you said Friday?
Friday for you, holiday for me.
It's about 2 days away from here. You sure that's right? That's a bit soon.
No, it's in 4 days. I will make the that.
Right now, right now is the 28th. Friday, no, Thursday is 30th. 31 is Friday. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because of the time, that should be
3
time
days and
between
22,
this.
22 hours from now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Either way, thank you all for watching, and see you next time with even more trouble.
Oh, can you like put her on the top of the Titan's tower and then tilt her to angle her on?
I cannot do it in this one for some reason.
Okay.
I will have to go to the setting. I don't know why I cannot do it. That's stupid, but I cannot.
Maybe put her in front of. If you put her in front of Starfire's face, she's looking up at that corner, and then that cat's looking right back at her.
Yeah, the only allow 90 degrees rotation.
Okay.
Okay, that's end the stream.
Imagine a tiny little Waldo in one of those windows in the Titan's tower.
How do you know there is none?
The equal employment opportunity, huh?